Hello, my name is Takumi Sampei. I'm an exchange student from Soka University, Japan. Today, I would like to share one book that inspired me a lot. The book title is America Will Be: Conversation on Hope, Freedom, and Democracy. This is the book of dialogue between Daisaku Ikeda and Vincent Harding. According to the book, Daisaku Ikeda is a founder and president of Soka Gakkai International, that is a Buddhist organization with 12 million members worldwide. He has written and lectured widely on Buddhism, humanism, and global ethics. Vincent Harding was a chairperson at the Veterans of Hope project at the Lift School of Technology in Denver, Colorado. He was also a friend and advisor of Martin Luther King Jr. Now, I will cite the explanation of the book because I thought this is the best explanation of the book. This illuminating dialogue between Buddhist leader Daisaku Ikeda and Vincent Harding, a friend and advisor of Luther Martin King Jr., recount the historic event of the American Civil Rights Movement, with an emphasis on spiritual and philosophical value and idea that they believe should guide all modern experiments in democracy. It shed light on the contribution of major leaders such as King, Gandhi, and Obama, while also calling attention to the roles played by women and ordinary people in social justice struggle, divided into 16 conversations, including chapters on character, encouragement, influence, and revolution. It reveals how the movement's victory expressed profound vision of freedom and equality through nonviolent social change. Above all, Harding and Ikeda offered a cross-cultural perspective with a core message of hope and human possibility. As the explanation explained, this book has 16 conversations, and there are mainly three parts: democracy, Martin Luther King Jr., and education. Today, I'm going to share first part of the book. They talked about democracy and social justice. They kicked off their conversation from the history and spirit of the human rights movement. They both agree with continuous seeking spirit of justice for all humankind. They said that as long as people are suffered by injustice in anywhere in the world, we must keep seeking social justice for all humankind. As Martin Luther King said, injustice anywhere is a threat to the justice everywhere. Daisaku Ikeda emphasized the importance of awareness of three levels of citizenship. We individuals are inhabitants of local community, where we deeply rooted. Secondly, we also belong to national community. Thirdly, we are global citizens who act on global level. Daisaku Ikeda also states a global citizen means to have enlightened humanistic consciousness and global perspective, and to live as a responsible member of the global community. Today we have guests for discussing about the book. So thank you for coming, Kaylee.
Hi, I'm the president and the founder of Women at Work here at Bridgewater College. So I'm really excited to get to talk about this book because it has a lot of things that we use every single day in my club.
Oh, thank you very much. So in the book, Daisaku Ikeda stated really nice thing about the young people. So can you kindly read I asked, do you read?
Yeah, of course, I can read this. I want young people, the future leaders of society, to take advantage of every opportunity to learn from their predecessors' courageous struggles. I sincerely hope that they will learn the spiritual lessons of that history and use them to build a better, more just society. I say this because young people will lead the way to a new era.
Oh, thank you very much. I think you're the action-oriented young leader in this community. So, what motivates you make high commitment to the community, and is there any spiritual belief to take an action in this community?
So Bridgewater College is associated with the Church of the Brethren, so there is a spiritual influence. However, for myself personally, I'm not spiritual, so I don't personally have a spiritual influence when it comes to making commitments to the community. I just simply make commitment to the community because I feel like it betters the community. That sounds like a lame answer, but for me, I want to emulate in Bridgewater College the kind of things that I believe. So, particularly with women at work, I strive really hard to, put on the march that we have Tuesday because I want to educate and cultivate an environment that's opening and accepting to individuals of all backgrounds, regardless of their experiences. So, that's what motivates me.
Oh, that's cool. So, what was the first intention or motivation to start taking action in this community? So you can do the online like publication, but you started to take action in here, Bridgewater.
Yes, so I took a class last semester. I'm a leadership minor, so it was the leadership capstone class. And we were given a sheet of paper that basically had 50 words that you were supposed to associate yourself with, and you picked 10 out of the 50. And my professor narrowed it down then to 3 and then to 1. And so at the end of that, I had chosen the word feminist, and that was supposed to be what I thought represented myself out of the 50 words. And my professor asked me, what are you going to do about it if that's what you picked? If you picked feminist, how are you going to be a feminist? And so for me, I went back to my room and I reflected on what I wanted to get out of that. If I pick that word, what am I going to do? And I decided to form Women at Work, which has kind of started everything that I've done here at Bridgewater College.
Wow, that's amazing experience. So I think it's need take college. You need college to start taking action. So second question is in the book they both agree the importance of college. Hardin also said that college, commitment, creativity, compassion was foreseen to represent King Jr. What do you feel about when you read this part?
I definitely agree. I think college is very important, or having at least education is very important because it opens you up to a lot of ideas that you wouldn't have seen before. But I do think when Harding and Ikeda discussed the 4 C's, I definitely think that did match with Martin Luther King Jr. because he emulated a lot of those values throughout his lifetime. And that's something that I think more people should take with them.
Thank you very much. So do you have any personal story behind the college commitment, creativity, compassion in your life that you is forgettable or that which shapes you right now?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think every single one of them has influenced me somehow. I think I would, if I had to focus on one of them, I would pick compassion, especially because Women at Work has the domestic violence march on Tuesday. So, particularly over the last year, I began planning it in March. I really had to focus on compassion because that was the key component for forming that march. You had to be compassionate for victims of domestic violence. You had to be compassionate towards people's time schedules when you were trying to set things up and have meetings. You had to be compassionate just towards people who are gathering information, people who are experiencing things, people who can't make a meeting. So I think definitely out of the 4 C's, compassionate has affected me most in the last year, but all of them do impact me every single day. And not just with Women at Work, with every class that I've taken here, with everything that I do, every trip to the KCC, everything. It's just the 4 C's are everywhere.
Wow, thank you very much. So finally, so you're the leader of the a lot of organization, not only the women at work, but also class or in the Bridgewater community. So in the book, Hardin and Ikeda both agree with the magnificence of human beings, and for the sake of pull out our victorious traits of hope, courage, and compassion in our life, encouragement from others are needed. As the young leader, what kind of leader do you want to be?
I definitely think so. You have all these different leadership styles. I could name 16 of them off the top of my head. But I think out of all of them, I want to be a democratic leader, which is the one that, takes everybody's opinions and they make a decision. They, take votes and count up the votes to see what people want to do. And I definitely want to do that because I want everyone who participates in my organizations or in my classes or any of that sort of stuff to just kind of feel like they have a say because my clubs aren't about me, it's about everyone here, it's about bettering Bridgewater. So for me, I would want to take a democratic leadership style so everybody is able to contribute, and together we can make something that would be so much better than if I just tried to come up with ideas myself.
So thank you very much, Kylie, today.
Thanks for having me, Takumi. I appreciate it. It's been fun.
Thank you very much. This was all for today. Please stay tuned to the next part of the book review in the future. The book America Will Be is now available in the school library. Thank you. My name has been Takumi Sampei.